I love to tell my collectors about the creative process. I think it's a really interesting part about the collector experience to hear how the piece was inspired and how it was created. I was just recently at a show where I was exhibiting an eagle sculpture. And there was a really interesting process about how the inspiration came about for this piece, and I wanted to share it with the collectors. So I told them a story about how I had kept this piece of jade for many years, and I didn't cut it because I felt as though there was an inclusion through the middle of it that caused it to be unacceptable. So my goal was to cut it directly onto the inclusion, and then therefore have the inclusion partly on one side of the jade and another part on the other, and then I could design into what was best. Well, I'd made a mistake. When I cut the stone, all the inclusion ended up on one side of the cut, and all the best jade ended up on the opposite side of the cut. So that turned out perfectly. I was able to put the eagle design into the very, very fine part of the jade, and then I was able to use the other part as the base section of the sculptural part. So it turned out just perfectly. And the piece was great in the end, just fantastic.